you think the board was mischaracterized, then the disinformation board is being shut down because of disinformation? Is that what's happening here?
Look, I mean, the board was put forth for a purpose, right? To make sure that we really did address what was happening across the country when it came to disinformation.
And it's okay to wait now, 75
no,
days.
it's just going. It's going to pause. There's been a mischaracterizations from outside forces, and so now what we're going to do is we're going to pause it, and we're going to do an assessment. But the work doesn't stop. We're still going to continue the work. The DHS is still going to continue the work.
Okay.
Joe Biden's disinformation board has been paused. Now, you know, and I know, that it's not being paused, because of what they've told you. They want you to believe that they are doing some research and reimagining what the disinformation board is all about. But the funny thing is, and the Fox News guy Doocy, I forget his first name, Peter Doocy is off the chain. He's holding the Biden administration accountable like I've never seen anybody before. And his quote to the new press secretary and explaining how in the world they ended the disinformation board is absolutely hysterical. How can you believe these mind-blown, mind-dead people? She just made that up. She literally just made that up. Doocy said that the disinformation board is being shut down due to what they consider disinformation. How is this? You cannot make this stuff up. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let me cut through the minutia for you. The disinformation board, as we know it, has nothing to do with combating disinformation. It has everything to do with creating disinformation to correct the script that the government wants you to hear. They believe that when someone posts a post online, a video online, that the government has the right to add context to that particular post or that video. That it makes no sense to me, as if the American people are too dumb to figure out what's fake news and what's real news by doing a little bit of research. One of the rule of thumbs that I live by, and it's very, very simple, if it's too juicy, do some more research. If you go into a situation and it says black man beat up with a rope around his neck by a bunch of white guys with MAGA hats on in Chicago in a blizzard, saying this is Trump country, that's way too juicy. You know something ain't right. Or you say it was a guy jogging down the road minding his business and some white racists came and shot him to death just because he was jogging down the street. You know that there's something more to that. Police officer guns down teenager for no reason, driving his car, air freshener. Sometimes they say cops shoot people over air fresheners. If you hear something crazy and out of control like that, listen to Officer Tatum. I'm telling you, it's too juicy. Do a little more research. And these individuals who are running our country have to use disinformation to trick the public so that the crazy things that they're doing, the failed policies that they're pursuing, can be masked and they can override your conscience that tells you something is not right when gas prices are out of control. And they can't just blame it on Russia because gas prices were out of control on their way up before Russia. They can't talk to you about inflation when we know they're printing money like it's going out of style. They're sending billions of dollars to Ukraine, trying to send more money to Ukraine. They gave everybody stimmy checks, and people been blowing them on Gucci bags and all kind of other stuff. They're not using it to $1,000 ain't going to do nothing for the average person in America. How about you give us a tax credit, meaning that we don't have to pay $1,300 in taxes this year? That's one thing that, let me go back to that point because I always wanted to say this. Shout out to the caller that's calling in. If you guys want to call in, 844-900-7243, 844-900-7243. Ladies and gentlemen, I often think about this when it comes to reparations. Don't give me money. If you think black people need to have reparations, just not allow them to pay taxes for a period of time. Oh, you can't do that because you need black people to pay taxes in order to pay black people reparations from the government. That's how they trick you. It's called hoodwinking. They tell you something, and they have the sleight of hand, and they sell you something else, and you pay for your own misery.